everyone. Welcome back to Daily Easy English Talk. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Thanks for joining us.
Today, we're looking into something, well, universal, really. How to talk about being tired in simple, friendly ways.
Yeah, it's something we all feel, but saying, I'm tired, straight up, isn't always the best approach, is it?
No, exactly. Context matters. So we're diving into a few useful phrases, looking at why they work in different scenarios.
Right. Think of it like having a little toolkit ready for when you're feeling drained. It's about communicating effectively.
Okay, let's jump in. The first one is super common, quite gentle. I'm feeling a bit tired today.
Yeah, that a bit is key, isn't it? It really softens it. It signals you're feeling it, but maybe it's not a huge drama.
It takes the edge off, makes it less of a heavy statement.
Exactly. So if you say, I'm feeling a bit tired today, so I might take it slow, it's like a polite heads up.
Yeah, not a complaint. And you could use that pretty much anywhere with colleagues, friends.
It's versatile. It manages expectations without making a big deal. Okay, so another angle is giving a simple reason.
Like this one. I didn't sleep well last night.
Right. This one's great because it gives instant context.
It's so relatable. Everyone's been there.
Totally. It taps into that shared experience. Saying something like, sorry if I seem quiet, I didn't sleep well last night, gives people a reason for, maybe you being a bit off your game.
Without having to overshare or sound like you're making excuses.
Precisely. It fosters a bit of understanding.
Okay, so we've got softening it and giving a reason. What about when you actually need to, pause? There's this one. I think I need a little break.
Yes. This one shifts gears. It's not just stating the feeling, it's proposing an action, a solution.
It feels more proactive.
It does. It shows you're managing the situation. Saying, I think I need a little break before I continue is really clear.
I like that.
Yeah, it's about taking responsibility for your energy levels in that moment. Okay, next up, a slightly different framing. I'm running low on energy.
Oh, I hear that one a lot. It does sound a bit like a phone battery, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And that metaphor works. It's quite neutral, almost descriptive. It avoids some of the emotional baggage that tired can sometimes carry.
Less like a personal feeling, more like a status update.
Exactly. So I'm running low on energy. Maybe I'll grab a coffee. Feels very normal, very understandable.
Okay, got it. And the last one we pulled out is maybe the most communal. It's been a long day.
Yes. This one is powerful because it's just so universally understood. We've all had those days.
You don't even need to say you're tired explicitly. It's implied.
It really is. It taps right into that shared feeling, saying, It's been a long day, I can't wait to relax, just clicks with people.
It signals you're done, ready to switch off. Super effective.
Definitely. So looking at all these, the main thing is having options, right? Each phrase tweaks the message slightly.
Allows you to tailor it to who you're talking to, the situation.
Exactly. Whether you need someone to understand, or you need to signal you're taking a moment, or just state a fact, it gives you flexibility.
It really shows how just a few words can change the feel of an interaction.
Absolutely.
So maybe something for you listening to think about next time you're feeling that dip in energy, which phrase feels right.
Yeah, consider how saying, I need a break, might land differently than, say, it's been a long day.
Does asking for space get a different reaction than just sharing the feeling? Something to notice next time you're running low. Okay, so we've kind of unpacked these 5 phrases, but, understanding them in theory is one thing. Seeing them, hearing them used in actual situations, that really brings them to life. Maybe we could step into a few scenarios, play them out a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think role-playing them really helps cement when and how you might actually use each one best.
All right, scenario 1. Let's imagine you're at work. A colleague, maybe your boss, asks if you can take on something extra, join a meeting prep team perhaps, but you're already feeling pretty wiped from your main tasks that day. Okay, I'll be the colleague asking, hey, do you want to join the meeting prep team? We could really use an extra hand.
Oh, hey, I'd love to help, honestly, but feeling a bit tired today. Maybe I could join next time, though.
Okay, let's pause there. So you used, I'm feeling a bit tired today. Why did that work well in that work context, especially when you're essentially declining something?
Well, it works because it gives a soft, polite reason for why you can't take on more right now. You're not giving a hard no. You're not sounding completely overwhelmed, unless maybe you want to.
Right.
But saying a bit tired signals a temporary, moderate limitation. Doesn't sound dramatic or unprofessional.
And adding that bit at the end, maybe I can join next time. That feels pretty crucial, especially at work.
Oh, absolutely. That follow-up turns what could be just a refusal into a polite rain check. It shows you're willing, you have goodwill, you want to contribute. just not this second because of your current energy.
So it respects their request, but also your own capacity.
Exactly. Keeps the door open professionally. Avoids making it seem like you're unwilling or just trying to dodge work.
Yeah, you're framing it as a temporary thing you hope to overcome later.
Precisely. Communicating your limit, but in a way that keeps the working relationship smooth and maintains your image as someone who's generally helpful, just needs to manage their energy sometimes.
Okay, scenario 2. Let's switch gears. You're out with a friend, having a good time, but you're definitely starting to fade, and they suggest staying out even longer. All right, I'll be the energetic friend. This has been great. I want to stay out a bit longer tonight, maybe hit that other place.
If it has been fun. But I'm kind of running low on energy now. Maybe we could hang out again tomorrow, though.
Okay, so in that casual friends setting, why does I'm running low on energy fit so well?
Well, with friends, you can usually be a bit more casual, right? And running low on energy just feels friendly. That battery analogy, it's relatable, it's lighthearted. It's a gentle, low-pressure way to signal you're ready to call it a night without making a big deal about being exhausted. Friends just get that feeling.
And again, just like the work one, suggesting a future plan, maybe we can hang out again tomorrow, that softens the no to extending tonight.
Exactly. It immediately shows you value the friendship, you value their company. You're not saying I'm tired of you.
Right.
You're saying my energy for activity is low, but I definitely still want to see you when I'm recharged. It pivots smoothly to the next time, keeps the connection strong while still setting your boundary for this evening.
Makes sense. Okay, scenario 3. You're maybe at school or in a work meeting, and someone notices you're much quieter than usual. They ask if everything's okay. Okay, I'm the observant classmate colleague. Hey, you're pretty quiet today. Everything all right?
Oh, sorry if I seem quiet. I actually didn't sleep well last night. Just trying to stay focused, you know?
Right, so there you used, I didn't sleep well last night. How does that work effectively when someone's actually commented on your behavior?
Well, it directly addresses what they notice, the quietness, with that simple factual explanation that's just so relatable. Like we talked about, pointing to lack of sleep gives that external reason. It immediately provides context for why you might not be as chatty or engaged as you normally are.
And adding, just trying to stay focused, what does that do?
I think that adds another important layer. It shows that even though you're tired, you're aware you need to concentrate on whatever's happening, class, the meeting, and you're actively trying to manage the effects of the bad sleep.
So it manages their perception.
Yeah. It shows your quietness isn't disinterest or a bad mood. It's fatigue plus focused effort. It reassures them you're okay, just operating under slightly tougher conditions today.
Got it. Scenario 4. Let's say you're on a trip, doing lots of sightseeing, walking around, and someone suggests, hey, let's go see one more thing, maybe another museum, another hike. Okay, I'm the enthusiastic traveler. Wow, the city is amazing. Let's go visit one more museum before dinner.
Oh, it is incredible. But wow, it's been a long day already. I think I'll probably head back and rest up, actually.
It's been a long day. That feels especially natural when traveling, doesn't it?
Totally. Trips, especially busy ones, almost by definition involve long hours and getting tired. Saying it's been a long day just taps right into that shared reality.
Yeah, everyone on the trip probably feels it to some extent.
Exactly. So it becomes this universally understood, perfectly polite reason for needing to slow down or call it quits for the day.
And following up immediately with, I think I'll head back and rest, makes your plan really clear.
Right. You're not just stating the cause of the fatigue. You're stating your action plan because of it. You don't need to list how many steps you took or how many exhibits you saw.
No detailed justification needed.
No. The shared experience of a packed travel day says it all. It's a polite, clear way to opt out of the next activity and signal you need some downtime.
Okay, last one. Scenario 5. You're working on something with someone, collaborating, maybe writing a report, building a presentation, whatever, and you feel yourself hitting that wall, losing focus because you're tired. All right, I'm your collaborator. Okay, we still have these last 2 sections to write up. I think we can power through and finish it tonight.
You know, I think I need a little break first, actually. My brain's getting a bit fuzzy. Then maybe we can keep going after that.
Okay. In that collaborative situation, I think I need a little break first. So useful.
Because it directly addresses the need for that pause, but frames it within the context of the shared task. You're acknowledging the work still needs doing.
Right.
And you're proposing a temporary stop as a strategy to get it done effectively. You're not ditching the task. You're not ditching your partner. You're just Recognizing your current state means you need a quick recovery to keep contributing well.
And that phrase, then we can keep going, or then maybe we can keep going, that seems absolutely vital there.
It's the commitment piece, isn't it? It explicitly shows you intend to come back and finish the work together. It shows you're using the break constructively to make sure you can be an effective partner when you return.
So it turns the need for rest from a potential roadblock into just a planned pit stop on the way to the goal.
Exactly. It feels cooperative.
Yeah.
Responsible communication. It shows maturity, self-awareness, knowing when pushing through is actually less productive than taking a short break.
Yeah, knowing that pause is better for the final outcome.
It's just a smart way to manage your energy while respecting the collaboration.
Okay, so those scenarios really help illustrate how these phrases work in different situations. Now let's maybe turn the spotlight onto you, the listener. Think about these kinds of moments in your own life. We'll describe a common scenario, and you can mull over which phrase might fit, how you'd actually say it.
Yeah, it's about taking this from theory to practice in your own conversations. Like any skill, you get better with practice.
All right, first situation for you to think about. A friend calls you late. You're already practically asleep, really fading. They want to have a big chat. You like your friend. You want to talk. Just definitely not right now.
So how would you handle that politely? Using one of these phrases, but also making it clear you still want to connect later. One good way might be combining that soft phrase with a reschedule suggestion. Maybe something like, "Oh, hey, it's great to hear from you. Listen, I'm feeling a bit tired right now, actually. Can we maybe catch up properly tomorrow?"
Yeah, that works really well. I'm feeling a bit tired. Gentle, friendly, totally fine for a friend late at night. Gives that soft reason why you can't fully engage now. And then immediately suggesting, can we catch up properly tomorrow? That shows you're not brushing them off. You genuinely want the conversation just when you have the energy to actually focus and connect. Respects your need for sleep, respects their desire to talk, sets the boundary for tonight, but reinforces the relationship for tomorrow.
It's clear. Basically, love you, but my battery's dead.
Okay, second situation for you. You're normally pretty chatty at work, involved in discussions, but today, maybe after that bad night's sleep, you're quiet, finding it hard to focus. A coworker notices the difference, asks why you're not saying much.
How do you politely explain that noticeable change? A straightforward, context-giving phrase is probably best here. You might try something like, "Oh, sorry if I seem a bit quiet today. Honestly, I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm just trying to concentrate."
Why does that work? Well, like we talked about, starting with, "Sorry if I seem quiet," acknowledges their observation politely, deals with any potential worry that you're annoyed or withdrawn.
Right.
Then giving the simple, factual reason, "I didn't sleep well last night," gives them that instant relatable why. And adding, "just trying to concentrate," clarifies that your quietness is about managing focus despite being tired, not about being disengaged from them or the work. Just manages their perception really simply, really effectively.
Yeah, it's a polite little disclosure. Clears the air without dwelling on it, stops them guessing or assuming the wrong thing about your behavior.
Okay, third scenario. You and a classmate, maybe a colleague, have been studying or working on something together for hours. You've both put in a lot of effort, but you are really hitting the wall mentally. Your focus is shot. Your partner suggests pushing on for another hour or two, but you just know you need to stop for the day.
So how do you politely signal that you need to wrap up the session for now, but still show you're committed to the work and to working with them? Given you've both been at it a while, maybe referencing that shared effort is a good way in. You could try something like, "Wow, okay, we've actually covered a ton today, but it's been a long day studying. How about we pick this up again tomorrow when we're both fresh?"
That uses that relatable "it's been a long day" phrase, but links it specifically to the shared activity, long day studying. It appeals to that common understanding of mental burnout after sustained effort. Frames the need to stop as just a natural consequence, not a lack of motivation. And then, crucially, you follow up with that collaborative suggestion. How about we pick this up again tomorrow when we're fresh?
Yeah, that collaborative part is so important in a partnership like that. It shows you're not ditching the goal, you're not ditching them, you're just suggesting a strategic pause to make sure you're both effective. Suggesting when we're fresh even frames the break as being good for the work itself. Turns that potential conflict one wants to stop. One wants to keep going into a shared plan for the next step. Reinforces the partnership, but sets that necessary boundary for now.
So if we look back over all of this, what's the sort of core message here?
I think ultimately it's about giving yourself permission to actually be tired, It happens. It's a basic human thing. The real skill is learning how to communicate that reality to other people in a way that, keeps the connection going, shows respect. These phrases we've talked about, they just offer polite, clear, often gentler ways to say it than just a blunt, "I'm tired." They let you manage the social situation and your own needs at the same time.
And when you do use these more nuanced approaches, people generally are more understanding, aren't they? More receptive than if you just kind of state your tiredness in a way that sounds like a complaint or an excuse.
Absolutely. That polite honesty about your capacity, it really fosters understanding. It strengthens relationships, I think. It shows you're being mindful of the other person, the interaction, while also being true to how you're feeling. Builds trust because you're communicating your limits clearly, considerately, respecting yourself and them.
So this deep dive, we've gone through the nuances, looked at specific phrases, seen them in action in different scenarios, and hopefully got you thinking about how you might use them too.
Yeah, moving from just the words themselves to how they actually work in a real back and forth conversation.
So as you go about your day, maybe here's something to chew on. Think about the ripple effect. How might these small shifts in language, like how you talk about feeling tired, how might that actually influence the overall quality of your communication, your relationships in other ways?
How does choosing that little bit of extra kindness, that extra clarity in these seemingly small moments, how does that build trust and connection over time?
It suggests that even in these really everyday conversations, the language we choose, when it's intentional, it holds quite a bit of power.
Something to reflect on.
Definitely. Until our next deep dive.